My friends, how are y'all doing today? I wanted to talk about Daniel Larson for a little while now because the guy has been undertaking this cross-country journey from like Las Vegas to New York, and it's been pretty damn interesting from what I've seen. Now, Daniel's already in New York and he's already gotten himself into a little bit of trouble. He's already kind of been roughed up a little bit, and you'll see what I'm talking about by the end of the video, but I think I need to give you guys a little bit of backstory of why Daniel went to New York. And it's pretty simple. 2 words. Grace Vanderwall. The girl that Daniel's been obsessed with ever since he saw her on America's Got Talent all those years ago, even when she was a minor. Didn't matter to Daniel. But he's been in love with this person for years and years, and constantly trolls will take her persona and use it to mess with Daniel. And this time, I guess someone convinced him, hey, I'm Grace, I'm in New York, and I want to see you. And before you knew it, Daniel was on a bunch of buses and then a plane on his way to the Big Apple. So in today's video, I want to look at some of the highlights of the journey that Daniel's been on, because no matter where he goes, it's always interesting. By the time I started following this, he was already in Texas, and that's where we're going to start, in a random Walmart in the town of Big Spring, Texas. And the only reason that I know it's in the town of Big Spring, Texas, is because Daniel was very willing to just divulge that information like 2 seconds into a TikTok we're about to watch. And yeah, you can kind of see just how paranoid Daniel's got. I mean, the guy's always been pretty crazy, but he's going on about like seeing white trucks in the parking lot, seeing a black truck in the parking lot. I think you can have any color of truck and drive it by Daniel, and he'll automatically think you're just someone there to torment him. He's out of his mind, but I think you can kind of get that if you've ever watched a Daniel Larson video before. With all that being said, let's jump into it and see what types of antics he's getting up to this week.
There's been a person in a white pickup truck following me around all day long. Okay, this is an emergency. Fans are now spam calling the Walmart in Big Spring. My location's fully breached. I'm sitting in the far back, and I don't know what the fuck to do. Okay, fans are currently calling the Walmart in Big Spring, Texas, to try to get me kicked out because there's a guy outside with a gun.
So Daniel has not only convinced himself that this person driving around in a truck in the parking lot is looking for him, he's also assuming now that they have a gun. I assume that's because the people have told him that. Like, you know, people constantly troll Daniel all day long. It's like any other locale you see. All of his friends, or the people he thinks he has as friends, are really just people messing with him, trying to rile him up. And as you can see here, he's hiding in the back of Walmart, while the Walmart's getting inundated with calls about the situation going on, just trying to make Daniel freak out and shit like that. Now, Daniel claims that the guy in this truck is someone that he met before and that has trolled him before, so I don't know if that's true or not, but, I mean, if it is, I wouldn't be surprised either, because, you know, people do go to pretty heavy extents to mess with Daniel, but I don't know. I think at the end of the day, all this really chalks up to is it's just a monumental waste of time for these employees at Walmart now. I mean, you work at Walmart anyway, you're probably just looking for a reason to not have to do your job, and maybe just sitting around and talking with this little crazy dude was kind of a breath of fresh air for these people.
25 minutes later, ended up going back inside, telling me that the car left. I came outside, and then there was another black pickup truck that slowly drove in and is still sitting out in front of the Walmart, like within very close. I'm not. I am visiting town, and I just walked to the Walmart to run some errands.
Oh, are you walking? You're walking.
Yes, and so I am walking. I don't have a car. I'm visiting on Greyhound.
Okay.
And I walked down to the Walmart this morning to run a couple errands, and I've been getting death threats all afternoon. I'm pretty popular on social media, and whoever this person was giving me death threats through social media.
So, like, from the jump, you can tell this girl is, like, very skeptical of the story that Daniel's trying to lay out here. But the second he mentions, oh, no, I'm pretty big online, you know, I got a good music career and all that, you can tell she's like, oh, yeah, he's really out of his fucking mind. Like, why would some random guy be just wandering around this town, you know, homeless on a Greyhound bus if he's, like, this big celebrity and all this? And not even to mention, she's just looking at him. Look at her face. She's just like, what the fuck? But he loves to mention that shit about him being, like, world famous. He does it to another worker at, like, I think at a gas station across the street only, like, 10 minutes later.
I'm a singer-songwriter, so I have songs on the radio right now. So my guess...
You want to wait aside for safety or whatever?
That the guy in the pickup truck has been out there for the past 2 hours, and I called the police, but since it's a small town, they told me to kind of wait it out unless something actually, like a real danger happens. So I told the Walmart security. I'm currently back kind of in this area, if you guys can see. And the Walmart security told me that they're going to go out front, see if they see the guy, and they will get back to me here shortly. Okay. 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 Okay, yeah, I can do that.
So Daniel claims that the truck has been out there for over 2 hours waiting for him, and so security goes out to check the situation. They say that they don't see the truck, and that's about that. Now, as I already mentioned, this is probably just Daniel's paranoia, but, you know, Daniel could also probably just be like, you know what, they're trying to kick me out of the store, let me just make up a story to see how long I can, like, just keep biding my time in here. Now, obviously, that's just speculation, but knowing Daniel is definitely something he could do. I think the most surprising thing, though, from that clip we just watched is that Daniel actually agreed to leave the store amicably at the end, which is, like, completely different than the clip we're about to watch here, because I don't know exactly where Daniel was in this video. But he's yelling at, like, a rent-a-cop about something, then a real cop shows up, and, you know, I don't know what it is, but this clip reminds me of, like an old comedy sketch, like, it's just so out there. But to give you a little bit of backstory here, just know that a while ago Daniel had said something about wanting to, like, blow up a Dave & Buster's, or maybe shoot it. I don't know, one of the two. And someone had sent the police these clips of him saying that, and I guess they had assumed it was, like, a recent thing, that he had done it today. So now we're left with this clip here. It's like I said, it's pretty wild.
How long is this gonna take? Who's coming? Because I have somewhere to be. Yes.
Were you at the Dave & Buster's earlier?
I was at the Dave & Buster's.
Turn around for me. Turn around. Okay, turn around.
Okay.
Do what I tell you to do first.
Okay.
Right?
I will do that.
Okay, then we talk.
Okay. Can I put this in the bag?
Right here for now.
Sorry.
I'm going to take you down, make sure you got no weapon. Alright? Okay, the reason I take you down for weapons is because you put on a kick out there, you're going to shoot up the place at the Dave & Buster's. Oh, they got the video. So
I don't have
what they did.
I can show you proof.
What they did. What? Dave & Buster have a clip also.
That was an old video that,
Okay.
not from today, and I'm on vacation,
Okay.
and can I talk to a supervisor? Because I've had this issue before.
So the cop understandably shows up wanting to pat Daniel down looking for a weapon. I believe he's handcuffed, but you know, that's what's going to happen when people are calling and saying that you're saying that you're going to go, like, cause mayhem at Dave & Buster's and different stuff. Now, Daniel didn't say it now, but he did say it before. Like, it is something that Daniel has no problem saying, and he had no problem saying. You'll see later in this video, Daniel has no problem saying some like absolutely batshit things on a whim if he thinks it'll get him what he wants, or if he thinks it's gonna scare the trolls, different stuff like that. But clearly in this video here, you can tell Daniel was probably pretty annoyed, seeing as whatever he did to get that security guard to end up calling the cops. You always got to take the side of security guards, because we've seen how many times Daniel has like just used and abused establishments for whatever he wants. He wants to sleep there. He wants to try to camp out in the stalls, or was it in the showers at Planet Fitness. But it's clear that Daniel had a hard time going through Texas. But would it get any better once he got to New York? Well, we'd find out soon, because the bus trip stopped after this, you know? I think Daniel went from, like, Las Vegas, I think he went through Arizona, then got to, like, El Paso, then he was in Houston, and next thing you knew, he was on a flight this time. And Daniel on a flight, I mean, I could only imagine the horror that the people sitting next to him had to feel. You know, if I was on a flight and I was sitting next to this dude, I don't know about you guys, I'd be fucking pissed. For one, you know Daniel has like an irrational fear of showers. He doesn't like running water on him, so he doesn't shower. And Houston, New York is like, it's a pretty long flight. It's like 3 to 4 hours. So once he landed, it didn't take long for Daniel to already break out into the same like panic, paranoia, freak out shit he always does. Yeah, he didn't even, I don't even think he got out of the train station before he started going off.
In New York, but apparently the trolls yesterday when I was on the plane leaked all of my phone numbers to the Reddit. Okay, stop leaking my number. I don't give a fuck what my fans think. Stop leaking my number. This is not funny. I am pressing charges. I will fucking destroy my entire career and end up behind bars for life today if you guys do not stop leaking my phone number. These fucking trolls leaking my number, calling me, bobbing me on arguments over phone calls, is driving me fucking insane. They need to fucking stop before somebody gets killed. Okay, so somebody at the airport tried to get me to get in their car. I refused, and I punched the guy in the nose. I punched the guy actually in his nose. Okay, please stop leaking my mentor Bob's phone number. This is not okay. Alright, if my fans leak my phone number one more time, I am going to kill myself.
Dear God, the last word he said there was myself, but I felt like I had to bleep that out for YouTube reasons. Just look how, like, heated he gets. Now, obviously, it's never going to be fun to have your phone number posted everywhere, but this is kind of the life Daniel Larson lives when he divulges all of his information to people he thinks that he can trust, and he's pretty quick to jump to the extremist of the extremes. Now, he brings up that he punched a dude in the nose because he tried to get Daniel in his car at the airport. I brought this up on me and Kiwi Tapes' show last week, but, you know, that's what happens at the airport. If you get out of a flight, taxis and Ubers are going to be, especially in New York. Now, granted, I think he actually flew into Newark, right outside the city, but still, it's an airport. Taxis are going to be everywhere. They're going to be trying to flag you down, asking, yo, get in, you need a ride? That's normal shit, but it's not normal for Daniel when he's as paranoid as he is. And also, you know, you might be thinking, he didn't really do that, and that was my first instinct too, but what we're going to look at later in this video, he may have. Like, he's so on edge lately, he may have just walked up and just clocked a dude and ran, but who knows? Who knows? Knowing Daniel, he probably would have been caught and arrested shortly afterwards, because it doesn't look like he left, like, really far from the scene of probably where that happened. He's kind of moping around the airport in all these videos. But he always tries to, like, put his own career and his own life on the line over, like, the troll shit and all that. Like, saying, oh, I'll end my career today. I'll do crazy shit today if you guys don't stop. It's like, obviously he doesn't understand the whole troll shit, not knowing that that's most likely what these people want. Like, they want to see him go crazy. They want to see him do shit that'll ruin everything. But in his mind, it's like, it's that old Chris Chan mentality of the Sonichu comics, you know? It's like, hey, I know all my fans want the comics, but if the trolls don't stop messing with me, then no one gets anything. And that's exactly what Daniel's doing here. Like, hey, I know I have millions of fans that love my music, but if these trolls don't stop, then fuck it all. Burn it to the ground, you know? It's been said to death, he's not all there, and you're about to see it completely in this next clip, because he stops taking it out on his own career and starts taking it out on, like, the side of a train.
Okay, the airport security did see me. This is a problem. They are thinking that I am currently being suspicious, with me being on video and panicking. Oh my fucking hell. Oh. Okay, the fans want me to go to a particular location. They're trying to plan an assassination attempt. I need security. I need help ASAP. This is serious. I'm under attack. Stop. You guys are fucking scaring me. Stop. Stop. You guys are fucking scaring me. Okay, they're not letting me off the train right now. Somebody is setting off fire alarms at the airport. Somebody is actually setting fire alarms off at the airport right now. They're not letting me off the train.
Now, see, I don't know exactly what was happening, if people really were pulling the fire alarms or not. When I first saw this, my first instinct was, well, of course they're not going to let you off the train. They're probably waiting for the cops to come because you got this crazy guy in the back kicking the train, going nuts. But at the same time, in the other part of my mind, I'm thinking, well, why would they just lock him in there with the bus driver and everything? So who knows? Like, who knows what was happening there? But the whole, like, kicking the side of the trains thing, if you notice, when he's kicking it, he kicks it and then he looks around. And I think what he does is he's trying to get someone on there to, like, notice him and to pay attention to him. So maybe they go, hey, what's wrong? And then he can respond, I'm a world famous musician and I'm going through so much. There's trolls and all this. That's what he wants. He wants someone to try to, like, feel bad for him. Or at the same time, he's probably just having a freak out and just wants to break shit, because we know Daniel loves to break stuff. He's broken TVs. He's broken his $400 headphones. He's broken his what was it, like his iPad thing. He breaks stuff all the time, so we know he likes to get violent. Another thing he said there was that the fans want him to go to a place which he interprets as an assassination attempt. I bet you it was some type of troll thing. They were probably just going to trick him and maybe do something to make fun of him. But of course, as I've already mentioned, Daniel always jumps to the most extreme. But so Daniel finally got out of that train, that prison cell train of his, and he made his way to New York City. And it wouldn't be long until, like I said, some drama started to unfold. And now, maybe some people won't agree with this. I'm just spitballing here. I feel like him going to New York is one of the worst. Obviously, many people will agree it's one of the worst things, but Daniel going there, trolling-wise, is probably one of the worst things he could have done, because obviously there's a lot of people in Vegas, there's a lot of people in Denver, and there was definitely a lot of people in LA, and I saw him get noticed all the time there. People were putting up things like, oh, it's Daniel Larson, this, that, the third, I just spotted him. But in New York, there's so many people condensed into one place, and Daniel's going to get spotted a lot. And just because he gives out his information, it always gets leaked, it's going to be real easy for people to find him. And that's exactly what happened here, because a group of guys found Daniel inside of a store, and they went in and confronted him. And the results are pretty wacky. You'll see them in just a second here. But before I do show this one, I wanted to mention it earlier, but I do want to mention that all these videos here, you can find them on the Daniel Larson Curators channel. It'll be linked down below, as well the links for all these videos you're watching. So definitely go throw him a sub, because anytime something new happens with Daniel, this dude is on it. So, like, yeah, just go give Daniel Larson Curator a sub. And now let's watch these dudes go confront Daniel in the middle of a grocery store.
Alright. Dude, I was just in there and I bought something, so he might like tweak out.
Yeah, so it should be good.
Alright, boys.
I've asked you to leave. We're on the phone with the police. I call the police. Okay, so one of the guys that was sending death threats on Reddit.
Daniel.
I've asked you to leave.
Daniel.
I've asked you to leave. We're on the phone with the police.
Daniel.
I've asked you to
Come on,
leave.
Daniel. You know me.
No, I don't.
You do. We're
No, I
friends.
don't. I'm on the phone with my security.
You're smoking crack or tweak?
No, I'm not.
So as usual, Daniel's already on the phone with the cops. The second any troll intercepts him, he immediately jumps to that same thing. You can see here, these guys are just going around the store, just messing with Daniel. I mean, here, the guy just turns the corner, tries to get like a long shot of Daniel, and Daniel, of course, spots him because he's watching these guys like hawks. It's very funny at the beginning when you hear them walk into the store and you can faintly hear Daniel say, "Oh my god, they're back. I thought I told you to leave. You guys need to leave the store right now." As if he's like the owner of it or something, because like he feels that because these guys are bugging him and all, he basically can just call the cops and get whatever he wants done. And while you're watching this, you can tell these dudes, no one takes it seriously because Daniel calls the cops in every state he ever goes to, and they can already tell, yeah, this dude's going to be a lot to deal with because he's probably already called 6 or 7 times that day. But as I previously mentioned, some shit does go down with Daniel, and funnily enough, it happens in this particular store, I'm pretty sure, because these guys showing up and messing with Daniel, asking him if he's tweaking out and all that stuff, that's all in good fun, but what's about to happen is a little more extreme, because Daniel ends up on like a Discord call with some people who, you know, by the end of this clip, you'll probably end up rolling your eyes and going, man, they're the fucking worst, the people on that call, and we'll talk about that in a second, but Daniel's on there and he's having trouble with probably the owner of the store, who I can imagine got a little annoyed of this guy just staying in there, freaking out, calling the cops, telling everyone who he thought was a troll to get out of this guy's store. And let's just say things don't end up in Daniel's favor. They never really do, but especially not on this day.
All right, could you
So,
turn on your camera?
At that point, I had to self-defend myself.
Yeah, Daniel, are you? Can you turn your camera on so I know you're safe?
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
but
Show us your
from my
face. Show us your
understanding,
face.
Those five teenager whatever guys.
Yeah, those trolls.
Their goal, their plan, from what I can see, is they want me to get out of here.
Yeah.
This is private. This is not public. You need to walk out right now.
Yes,
Right now.
the police are on their way.
Right, you wait for the police outside. Let's go.
I'm not going to do that because the police told me to wait here.
Get the fuck out.
I have you on
Get out.
film. I have
Get
you
out.
on film.
Get out. 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 Go. Let's go.
Please tell me somebody's recording this.
Go.
I'm not.
Daniel, what's happening?
I have you on film, bitch. I have you on film, bitch. The police told me to wait in there, bitch.
Daniel, defend yourself.
Daniel, get back at him.
Defend yourself, Daniel.
They told me to wait in there.
This is the private.
Oh, he muted. Daniel.
Are you guys getting this on film?
Yes.
Yeah, we are, Daniel.
Hey. Put it up.
No, because you hit me. You hit me in there.
Put it up. Put it up.
Fuck you, bitch. You hit me in there. So of course I'm going to self-defend myself. Bitch. The police told me to wait in there.
Wait for the police outside.
Spit on him, Daniel.
You're gonna get arrested.
I have you on film!
You're not.
Oh my God, Daniel.
I'm injured.
You're injured?
I'm fucking injured.
Show us. What is happening?
The guy fucking tackled me to the ground.
Did you spit on him?
I had to hit him for protection.
Oh my God. Wait, show us. What happened?
Did you run away? Put your camera on. We have to record.
My knee is bleeding.
Oh my God.
Daniel, put your camera on.
Daniel. Oh, he's still there?
Daniel, you need to run. Daniel, you need to run.
I'm fucking injured.
All right. That wasn't me. That was Olivia. Daniel, what just happened? Daniel, leave. Daniel, leave.
Yes.
Leave.
No, because the five teenagers that were sending death threats on social media and at the restaurant, they came into my location.
Daniel, you need to leave right now because you just attacked him.
No, because I'm pressing charges on them.
Okay.
I'm pressing charges for assault. I'm pressing charges for assault.
Daniel, you need to leave.
No, I got a fucking black eye, so I'm waiting for.
Show us your face.
Paramedics.
Where did you get hit?
I'm going to have a black eye. I can't tell. But those five people.
Show us your face again. Show me your face. Daniel, why did you instigate a fight with him?
Those five people came into the location. Okay. So I called the police.
Daniel, you're gonna get arrested.
I don't fucking care. All right? I care more about my goddamn motherfucking safety. And the fact that this guy fucking grabbed me and assaulted me. That's a fucking crime. All right?
But Daniel, you need to leave because you're having fans that are stalking you.
I don't care. I don't care. All right? I don't fucking care.
Oh my God, Daniel.
I'm the one with evidence. This guy doesn't. I have everything on film.
But Daniel, you didn't leave the store when you told him to, and then you attacked him. I know you didn't spit on him, but you just
because the police are the ones that told me to wait inside the location. So that's what I was doing. The police are the ones that told me.
But if
No one to leave, Daniel.
Hold on, I'm calling 911.
So, as you can see, Daniel's whole line of thinking was, the police told me to wait in the store, no matter what the owner says, I'm gonna wait right here. Daniel doesn't think, maybe I can go outside and wait if the guy tells me I can't be in here. No, he fights that tooth and nail. And then he ends up fighting the store owner himself. Now, I had said that maybe the people in this video you weren't going to end up liking, and I don't know what you took away from that. All I heard were a bunch of people telling him to spit on this guy. You got to go defend yourself, Daniel. Then a few minutes later, they walked that shit back real quick when they realized that Daniel probably just got his ass beat, and they sounded like fucking assholes for even implying that stuff. Now, the reason I say that is, you know what? If you want to go mess with Daniel online, if you want to go, because Daniel's a pedophile, you know? It's, I always tell people, never go after these locals, always watch from afar. But if you are going to go mess with him, then just go mess with him. Don't get him to try to spit on people. Don't get him to try to assault random people in the streets, because that store owner had nothing to do with this. And all those people thought it would be funny if Daniel spits on the guy and all this shit. Like, no, he doesn't deserve any of that stuff. And now you're just telling Daniel, someone who's crazy enough to do this shit, to do it. And as I said, then you hear the people at the end saying, oh, Daniel, you instigated the fight. Yeah, the fight that you guys tried to instigate as well. So, you know, you can't put the blame on these people for telling Daniel to do it. Daniel's the one who makes his own actions at the end of the day, but, like, come on now. Come on, there's no reason to try to get Daniel to fight store owners and everything. Like, it's pointless. It's pointless. But they did, and Daniel got roughed up pretty bad. Now, it doesn't look like it on that, when he shows his face in that video, but eventually, soon after, Daniel would upload a TikTok from the hospital where it looks a lot different.
So, this is what I look like after I got assaulted by 2 fans in New York City in 2023.
Once the bandages come off, you can see that it's nothing more than like a pretty bad scrape, but it's just in a really awkward place on Daniel's like big schnoz that it's extremely noticeable. It's not a good look for Daniel. He says that it's 2 of the fans that did this to him, although I'm pretty sure it was the store owner because, well, that's just the guy Daniel said that he got in the altercation with. Now, maybe he's just changing his story up to try to make those people who went into the store after him look even worse, but who knows? Daniel lies about this stuff a lot, you know? He can't be trusted with any of his stories. He's in New York now. He's all on his own. He's been all on his own for the past few months, ever since all the Bob shit happened, and he's been out of Denver. But it's not going to be a fun time for Daniel. He's only been there for a week. He's already been in the hospital. He obviously has nowhere to stay. I can't even imagine where Daniel Larson is sleeping every night in New York. And like I said, we're just going to have to follow this and see how this goes, because remember, Daniel went there for Grace Vanderwall, and that's someone we have not even mentioned since the beginning of this video, because look at what's happened before he's even gotten there, and that's what's scary to think. I don't know if that girl does live in New York, but if I was her family, I would be on high alert right now, knowing that this dude just traveled all the way across the country in hopes to see her because a troll told him that she's there. Now, I know trolls have posed as Grace Vanderwall before and have tried to get Daniel to do some crazy shit, but I mean, let's just look at it here. Like, he traveled all the way to New York. He's this willing to do this. You don't think that, like he's obviously not going to go to that length if he doesn't think that Grace is actually there waiting for him. So I just pray to God he doesn't get anywhere close to that girl, because her family, they don't deserve this just because one crazy guy on the internet decided that, you know, he wants this and he wants her, so he's going to travel over there to get it, and people have convinced him that it's what he's got to do. So I guess at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, I'd rather see and hear about Daniel getting into, like, scuffles and having trolls go after him in New York, rather than hear about him go after that girl who definitely doesn't want anything to do with him. So, if more comes out about this, I'll definitely keep y'all updated on it. And I already mentioned him, but I want to give a shout out again to Daniel Larson Curator. That dude's channel is the shit. Go subscribe to him. It'll be linked in the description below. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Now, one thing that was made very apparent by people in the last video I did is that the shoutouts list has gotten extremely long. I mean, at this point, it's pushing 7-8 minutes, and people are telling me, you know, at first this was understandable. You know, you shout out everyone. Now that we've gotten over about 300 to 400 people, it does get a little long here. But I just want to let people know that for my future plans for this, I don't plan to change a thing. I mean, even if we hit 1,000, I guess the end of the video is going to be 20 to 30 minutes, but we're just going to keep this going and see how it goes here. So, with that being said, I want to give shouts out to Vanessa, Scaly Schisms, Churlish, Adrian Lara, Alright Stingy, Randy Leahy, Wade Pauls, Trademark, Commander Louie, Krabby, Justin S., the Ghostbusters fans, Steve from Machete Squad, Vaga, Count Drugula, SK Rux, Bullet BP, Synthesist, Fat Potato, Dan Noodles, Emery, ATK Cast, Jason Breen, Philly B, Based Trucker, Robot Gorilla Man, Soda Joe, Seal Currently, Eric Estrada, Everborn, Jurassic Clark, Akiba's Beat Fan, Cowboy Pete, Hillbilly Wizard, Sora Trash, Hurricane Salem, Prideful Jester, Cyanide Candy, Smokey's Dealer, Kiwi Bros, Griffin Shivo, Austin Vidal, Club Doom, Sarah's Van, Gryphon, Jay Avarice, Tilted J, Kostai, Zangetsu Black, Jay Sorensen, Brady Gravy, GP Does, Super Kame Jizzler, Greg the Rich, TJ Trap Lordius, Grizzly Slug, Bob Skywalker, Just a Normal Bottle of Mustard, Ignatius Bartleby Arlington, Brazilian Dude, Snowshoes, Jelly, Black Meddler, Radon, MXAX, Isaiah, Dalton, Sky Fitzpatrick, Quantum Cat, Ronnie Willis, Grizzly Bear, Pubsy, Soul Reaper, Matt C, Manny, Boston Meadhorn, Sergeant Retro, The Red Scum, Barfunkel Shag Nasty, Pebra, Night Scraper, August Varney, Azrael St. Cloud, Nefarious, Cobra's Manky Tooth, Canadian Funkle, Skylar, Irma, Sleepy Sloth, Crushed Shadow, Viet Bong Vet, Logan Cole, Ja, The Meme Man Dan, Hod Toward, Coffee Moose, Dope and Smoke, What? Zuzu, Brandon, Kerma, Turgburglar, Marshall Rogers, Minty Smith, Mr. Smith from LCA, Nunya Business, Pun Pun, Unicorn is God, Bro Follow, Sloth Thing, Danny the Foot, Blue Sapphire, Protoshock, Spiral Colors, Jammer X, Pastor Arthur Montgomery, Brutal Strudels, Dirty J, TNUC, TAF, Ian Corrado, Sword Brother, Brock Lobster, Nomags, Guru, Pineapple Pussay, Nate F, Larry Fishmas, Mr. Muda, Patat, Mrs. Starscream, Empty Bat, Mary Mattingly, Doc 703, Josh Dayton, Based Milf Slayer, The Lolcow Lounge, GH Champ, Bizarre Showcase, Rexo, Neat Life, LEP 97, 100 Norwalls, Hoodie Bruh, Sludge Maniac, Night Shroud, Operator 5781, Bobby Queso, King of Town, Capybara Man, Dan Wolf, Draco the Golden, JB, Blackwing Gaming, Tiki's General Store, AB, Jeff Weber, Cherry, Joey Huey, Coonbender, Visual Vintage, Holly in Hell, Try Give Black Tiger, Alex, Esco, Blueberry, Psycho, Sydney Jones, LB, Benjamin, Vault, Kairos, Big Jim, David June, Sparks Epsilon, Toxic Avenger, Dominic, Jamie Rose, Logan Whatnot, Sneakzies, Extra Zero, Clyde Cash's Cash Stash, Mr. Krabs, Rowdy Oni, Drunk Serval, Peace, Lieutenant Black Butter, Ziamara Moo, Cromlock, Guru, Victor D, Sebastian, Maxin at the Fort, I Eat Bugs and Plants, Dane Justice, For Real, Anti-CK, Trash Boat, That One, Stacy Newbie, DJ Cannon, Big Bad Gruff, Toxic T, Sadie T, Bob, Meat Man, Shannon Rose, Dead Barbarian, Vish K, Kanka the Great, Depraved Grapes, A Random Stormcloak, Wet Floor Coney, Reb Zoomer, Hot Wheels, Dylan W, Thunderbays, Hunter Cobb, Talia, Nico Bellin, Spooky, Dougal Johnson, Buttworm Wilkins, Chrissia Guibelt, I'm sorry for butchering that one, Quinn Quimson, Cowboy Woozy, Wendigo, Billy Bones, Ben Carson 2024, Hyena Man, Your Wife's Boyfriend, Tony Tokyo, Marissa, Peanut Mama, Antrust, CHX Carnage, Anton Levy, Rex 1 Kittles, Chat Creeper, Mr. Jinx, TARDIS, Full Thickness, Hashoot, Bimp Liskett, John Smithy, Cod Ranquin, Alex, BTF Nation, Shoop to Hoop, Chris Chan's Fanta Bottle Collection, Alexander, It's Sub, Old Man Bradley, Kira, The Mothman, Shekel, The Ghostbusters Fan, Nocturne, Kiwi Bay, Mint, Crafts and Cartoon, Corey Trevor, Calzone, Portuguese Horse, Weeaboo, Funky Weapon, Mage Hand Slap Fight, Andrew Guest, Weetabix, Chewy, Linguini God, Brandon Williford, Super Kame Jizzler, Hunter B, Zeepo, Dingbat, Raven, Horsepower Hour, Timbang, Metal Wolf, Irma, Coggles, Tequila Johnson, Young Voodoo, your boy B-Rob, Ephraim B, Crazy Kids, Laura Smith, Sharp Metal Edge, Sleepy Sloth, Project Spiral, Legendary Duelist, Vix the Pumpkin, Naz, WTF Wolf, Moo the Mogul, Kate, Mr. Spaghetti, Man Beast, Ja, Logan Cole, Some Frenchie, Shaggy Mane, Rated, Turtle Platoon, Alpha T, Plague, River Ranger, Frederick, B. Vinoich, Nappy Toast, The Black Bowser, Laura Fierce, JB Films, Ryan L, Avery the Wanderer, Shiloh, Robbie Mitchell, Pardon the Dust, Cario, Barbara Barbussy, Corrected Carlos, Was Dead, Aught Textwolf, Burger Kerber, Your Psycho Ex-Girlfriend, Jackal, Kite-O Mondrian, Bright Galaxy, Rodango, Artie Garcia, Jessica G, Bako, What, Wumpa, Brandon, Bard, Sinewave, The Zodiac, Sarah, Cow Wrangler, Conrad, Was Good, Ryan Tanner, Felix Fox, Deus Volter, Seraplex, Clear G, T-Jords, Big Burr, Fluffy, Soul Reaper, Hod Toward, Manny T, Makachi, Danny the Foot, and Let a Bitch Live. You guys are all goats, and everyone who made it to the end of this video, you are a goat as well. If you guys like the Daniel Larson content, let me know. And other than that, just have a great rest of your week, my friends. The weekend will be fastly approaching, and before you'll know it, you'll be chilling out and just having a good time. So until I see you on the next one, take care, my friends, and stay safe. I'll see you then.